calls. Mr. Kranthi Bathini joins in, the Director of Research at Wealth Mill Securities. Warm welcome to you, Mr. Bathini. Good to have you with us yet again. We'll start off, of course, as usual, with your call on the markets and your outlook there. Things are going topsy-turvy when it comes to the geopolitical tensions, Israel, Iran. There are questions about whether there will be a regime change with the US bombing Iran as well. So those are also getting into, of course, we are not directly impacted, but indirectly, what would the trade mean, with the kind of Strait of Hormuz being shut? How long will it be shut? What kind of an impact will it create on the crude oil prices, macro economy? All of those questions are coming up, and therefore the sentiments on the D Strait, although not crashing completely, they are still on the edge and they are unable to take a decision. How would you really look at it, sir?
Yes, actually, you summed up very well. And Sakshi, every geopolitical escalation have its own implication on the markets. That's what we're witnessing, the current complete escalation of things in the Middle East at this point of time. Iran is a crude. Iran is important producer in terms of the crude is concerned, and India have a very cordial relationship with Iran, and we have been importing crude from Iran from quite a long time. The crude prices have been kind for a nation like India from the past 48 months, from the past 5 years. 5 years have been any inch up of crude price, definitely it's going to have impact on the growth and also on the inflation. To sum up the things, when the Israel and Gaza, the escalation started, crude went up to the range of $100 per barrel, and we have witnessed a subsequent downturn in the crude oil price. Okay, there were when the crude was when the first set of escalation of Middle East things that propped up in the market, there was a worry, there was a concern. But what I believe is, in the medium to long term, okay, crude is in a bear market, but any kind of these kind of geopolitical escalations are concerned, they are going to give some kind of wings to the crude oil prices in the medium to short term. We need to closely monitor how the crude is going to be in the next couple of weeks, because there might be some kind of a trade cycle kind of impacts, the supply chain bottlenecks, they are going to have some kind of impact in the medium to short term. But definitely we can't ignore the crude. If the crude is going out of hand, the crude is going above $100 per barrel, definitely it's going to have impact. We have started our rate cut cycle. Inflation was under control for India. The macroeconomic things at the domestic level, they're quite favorable. But despite of the domestic events, positive events, but if the overseas events are going out of the hand, definitely it's going to have some kind of a negative impact. That's where the market is trying to give this kind of knee-jerk reaction at this point of time. There's a tug of war is going on between the bulls and the bears. Friday we witnessed foreign portfolio investors coming up and buying on Indian markets, and there is overall positivity on Indian market across the globe. When we interact with any fund manager across the globe, they are quite positive with respect to the Indian market prospects are concerned. But the joker in the pack can surprise these positive elements in the medium to short term. That is the reason we need to closely have a close view on the crude in the medium to short term.
Okay, fair point. Let's take the next question, and we have a lot of questions coming in, sir, from you, for you, as far as our YouTube viewers and our WhatsApp viewers both are concerned, and they are sending in. So we'll start off with the questions that are coming in for you. First up, this is Gaurav from Agra. He says, नमस्ते, मेरे पास पावर ग्रिड के 2000 शेयर्स है, 300 लेवल्स पर खरीदा है, और 1000 RVNL के शेयर हैं, यहाँ 430 पर खरीदा है. दोनों में प्रॉफिट कब तक आ सकता है? 6 मंथ्स तक का इनका आउटलुक है. पहला पावर ग्रिड फ्रॉम द पावर स्पेस, 300 is his purchase level, 291 is the current price, sir. The second one is RVNL, 1000 shares he has at 430. यहाँ पर भी कब तक प्रॉफिट आ सकता है? दो क्वेश्चंस हैं और दोनों में प्रॉफिट्स का वेट कर रहे हैं.
साक्षी, एक चीज मैं गौरव भाई को बोलने वाला है, कुछ चिंता मत करने की जरूरत नहीं है। दोनों शेयर्स काफी अच्छा है। एक है पावर ग्रिड, अच्छा कंपनी है, प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी भी अच्छा है। थोड़ा सा मार्केट का नीजर क्रिएशन का वजह से एक कंसल्टेशन फेज चल रहा है ये दोनों स्टॉकों का। दोनों स्टॉक काफी अच्छा है अभी। पावर, डिफेंस, रेलवे, दीज आर द थ्री सेगमेंट्स, इंपॉर्टेंट सेगमेंट्स है। वो दो सेगमेंट्स में आपका शेयर्स पड़ा है अभी। कुछ घबराने का जरूरत नहीं है, होल्ड कर दीजिए। अगर ये इन्वेस्टमेंट पोजीशन आए तो आप थोड़ा सा मार्केट में कुछ ये भाव नीचे आए तो थोड़ा सा एक्यूमुलेट भी कर सकते हैं, बट लॉन्ग टर्म व्यू है दोनों का, दोनों स्टॉक्स का पॉजिटिव व्यू है।
दोनों स्टॉक्स के ऊपर पॉजिटिव व्यू है, आपको घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है। दोनों अच्छे स्टॉक्स आपने अपने पोर्टफोलियो में रखे हुए हैं। नेक्स्ट हमारे पास जो सवाल आया है ये है भास्कर का, गुड़गांव से। लिखते हैं, हाय साक्षी, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ऑलवेज टेकिंग इन्वेस्टर्स क्वेश्चंस फॉर गाइडेंस। थैंक यू so much, Bhaskar, for writing in. Of course, that's our exact viewpoint with which we have launched daily calls. We want to take as many queries from investors, retail investors who always get stuck with such questions, and we want them to take the right advice from the right people, and that's why we get you the top market voices like Mr. Bathini on the show to guide you on the calls that you have. Let's quickly take your question now. Techno Electric and Ganesh Ecosphere, two stocks that he is looking at. He wants your suggestions, sir, on fundamentals of both these companies. Are they good stocks to invest in? He can actually look at a long term horizon. He wants to know if any stock that you recommend between these two, what is the level that he should be looking at. Ganesha Ecosphere currently is trading at around 1400 levels, and you can also see similar level for Techno Electric as well.
Actually, with respect to the Techno Electric is concerned, it's a very strong company in terms of the data center businesses. Business is concerned in India. Their new data centers have been coming up in Navi Mumbai and also in Chennai. The management profile is very good. In fact, he also need to consider these stocks have rallied. They witnessed a very strong rally, especially the Techno Electric is concerned. In last 4 or 5 years, the stock has rallied from a range of 115 levels to today at 1500 levels. So the majority of the earning translation is into fully factored at this point of time. But given the kind of the data center business prospects are concerned, okay, any dip in the stock he can add. With respect to Ganesha Ecosphere is concerned, it's fully priced in at this point of time. The company is into the eco recycling kind of business. At this point of time, it's fully priced in at. But given the kind of the long-term prospects of the Ganesha Ecosphere also concerned, he can add at dips. There is no hurry to jump and buy these stocks at this point of time. Sometimes market tend to give some kind of a dips and opportunities. He can add. With respect to Techno Electric is concerned, he can start accumulating the stock at any dip.
Okay, got that. I hope this has also helped you out in understanding a clear strategy. Taking the next one. This one is from Nikhil Das. He's on our YouTube and he says, hi Sakshi, good afternoon. I want to know between two stocks from the FMCG space, ITC or Tata Consumer. Which one would you prefer for the long term for a fresh entry at the current levels? Okay, we'll get this addressed from Mr. Bathini. FMCG has been an underperforming space, sir, has not really seen things kickstart for itself. We were hoping that at least after the commencement of the new fiscal year from April onwards, when the tax cuts benefits will start pouring on investors' hands, they will have more money to spend on consumption. There was also this RBI rate cut that has panned out. That's another, bazooka that we have seen from the RBI that could be probably spurring demand. But all of this has failed to really put the spark on the FMCG space completely. But do you think this is the right time to look at any of these stocks, ITC versus Tata Consumer?
Sakshi, with respect to the FMCG stocks are concerned, as you rightly mentioned, we are witnessing some kind of a long consolidation in these stocks. But there can be a divergence at this point of time looking at the data. and everybody waiting for the rate cut and the monetary measures taken by Reserve Bank of India will help the boost the consumption. I slightly agree with that one because there I don't see any kind of a slowdown in terms of the FMCG consumption is concerned. But where the things are taking place, there are many of the regional brands are coming into the picture at this point of time. People are becoming more about health conscious, some kind of a other regional consumption also going up. Mean to say, tea is concerned, people are having tea, but some kind of a herbal, some kind of a other. I can say the regional players are dominating in this space in terms of the FMCG space are concerned. New brands have been entering into the market at various means and all. So some kind of pricing power is there at this point of time, and the listed dominant ones are concerned. Okay, they have been struggling to increase their market share in some products, and also their margins have been getting impacted because of these new entrants of the regional players in these segments. That's where the medium to short term overhang on these listed space big companies are concerned. If the investor have a long-term horizon, definitely he can start accumulating ITC as well as Tata Consumer is concerned. Most probably he can allocate 50 allocation because Tata Consumer have a different product portfolio and ITC have a different product portfolio. Even though we call ITC as a FMCG company, but still the substantial amount of revenues comes from the cigarette business only. So if you want to have that diversification, he can put the things in both the stocks equally, and for those who have a very less risk appetite also, these stocks are suitable.
Okay, fair point. Got that. Let's take a few more questions. This is Avdish Kumar Thakur. He's from Diogar. He says National Fertilizer 108 रुपीज़ पे 200 शेयर्स लिए हुए हैं. 3 months का क्या टारगेट हो सकता है? He's bought National Fertilizer, I believe, looking at the monsoon season as well. That's when we always see fertilizer stocks come into focus also, Kranthi sir. National Fertilizer 108, that's the purchase level. ये 3 महीने के लिए क्या टारगेट आप यहाँ recommend कर सकते हैं?
Actually, अभी market normally people try to get into the momentum. They want to take the advantage in the medium to short term. As of course the fertilizer stocks are concerned, they are having small correction and consolidation phase. We have witnessed some kind of a slowdown. So the progress is a little bit. We had an advanced monsoon. The monsoon have advanced, but the progress of the monsoon is quite slow across the India. So next couple of months are quite important for fertilizer stocks. So the investor have the time horizon of 3 months. He can see some kind of uptick in the stock. The better thing is, since it's a trading position, he can have a trailing stop loss somewhere around 90 level. That's where it's important. But once the momentum re-energizes in the market, he can expect the stocks to the range of 125 to 130. That is the range he can expect in the medium to short term.
Okay, got that. Let's take another question. This one is from Rohit Srivastav. He's from Prayagraj in UP. Hi Rohit. His question is, I have purchased Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders. I bought it 900 shares at the rate of 3,150. I can hold on for 6 more months. I want to know if there is any more upside on the stock. Should I hold or sell? That's the question. Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders. Again, the defense story that continues to go strong. We've seen again a momentum build up yet again today on this space, because the markets overall, the sentiment was down, but it was the defense space that started to kick, and buck the trend in today's trading session. Even these shipbuilder stocks bought at 3,150 levels. Mazagon Dock, what's the outlook?
My outlook remains positive with respect to the Mazagon Dock is concerned, Sakshi, but the investor entered at the peak of the price at this point of time. Any dip, definitely he can accumulate and he can hold on. The stock will deliver positive returns in the medium to long term. Short term, some kind of aberrations we can expect since these stocks have rallied more than 100% in the past 7-8 months. So some kind of consolidation is inevitable for any stocks, but the earning outlook is quite strong for these companies. Some kind of consolidation also much needed for these companies in the medium to short term.
Okay, got that. Let's take another one. This one is from Tulasi Prasanna from Vishakhapatnam. Says, hi, I want to know about Sky Gold and Diamonds. I bought this stock at an average price of 426. What should be my strategy now? Should I average, hold or sell them? What exactly is your viewpoint? Now, if you look at the last year, I think calendar year 2024, the stock really performed very well. In fact, it was one of the outperformers in the gems and jewelry spaces. After that, of course, we have actually seen a long haul of consolidation play out as well in this space. But any outlook that you could share on Sky Gold, sir?
Sakshi, the stock had a strong rally, and in fact, the gold prices also going up. And
Yes.
as and when the gold prices are going up around 1 lakh rupees, and in the international market about $3,000 per ounce, 3,200 and all, that's where some kind of a subdued demand is taking place in the domestic market. Whenever gold prices comes below 1 lakh rupees, we can see some kind of a buying interest is emerging for the retail gold buying is concerned. So, given the kind of a strong domestic demand India have with respect to the gold consumption or gold purchases are concerned, these companies are going to give decent returns, mid-teen kind of returns. So, investor can hold on for a medium to longer term. Some kind of the high price of gold can impact the margins and sales in the medium to short term. Since the stock had a fabulous rally, the company is going through some kind of a consolidation in terms of the price consolidation is concerned.
Okay, got that. I hope this has also given you some understanding. Last question we'll take, and this one is from Ankur Modi. He says, hello Kranthi sir, can you please suggest any good portfolio stock ideas for long term? That's a question that always comes your way, Mr. Bathini, for the stock selection that you always help our viewers with. Any idea that has probably struck you over the last few weeks or so that you may be looking at tapping?
Sakshi, BEML looks very attractive to me. In fact, the stock has been performing very well in the recent market correction also. Any dip in BEML, the main reason is their order book is quite strong,
Yeah.
and the theme of defense, the theme of railways is playing for this stock in the medium to short term. So any dip in BEML, one can add investors with a horizon of more than 1 year and above, and 3 years and above, one can add the stock at every dip. It looks very attractive to me. Any dip in the stock is a good buy for the investors who have moderate risk appetite and high risk appetite also.
Moderate and high risk appetite investors, those having a viewpoint of 1 to 3 years and above, can definitely look at BEML. That's the choice of stock that Mr. Bathini has talked about. Any dips could be used to accumulate this stock. Today also, the stock is up over 4%. Mr. Bathini, it's been always a pleasure to speak to you and seek all your guidance. Thank you so much from all our viewers as well for all the insights that you've shared with them on the strategies that they must follow on their stock portfolios as well. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much for giving us your time on Daily Calls.
Thank you, Sakshi. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, viewers, we will wrap it up on that note as far as Daily Calls is concerned. In case there are some more questions that we couldn't take up today, we'll take them up tomorrow. So don't forget to keep sending all your queries on our WhatsApp number that flashes